What is up, YouTube? Zelda's here, and I'm making a video that, well, looking at it, it's kind of funny. At the same time, it's sort of sad, really. I say sort of, it's very sad. This fine gentleman here, I am not bothered to censor anything in here, so let you know it's now. I can't edit. Daniel 19954. This is the example to all of you watching who want to go to events, not to do. This is how you do not be a Yu-Gi-Oh player. For context here, I was on DB ranked, and I was looking for just replays of well, simply put on here to how I'm progressing with Dark Magician, which is the next deck profile I'll be putting up, which should actually be up sometime this week. I'm breaking that little code I came up with, because that was the original plan for this week. But this came up, and I thought, I'll give a PSA instead. So let's get into this, shall we? So, obviously, DB is lag. Anyone who played DB knows this, and I actually won the die roll here. So, for the most part, this will be a, this is basically just... How do I put this simply? My brain's just gone. It's not a hypothetical, it's a case of... It's a gameplay review, but also a PSA at the same time. How's it a PSA? We'll get to that when we get to him being smidge toxic. So I'm also going to put up the log, just so we can see about time. Right? Again, with DB line, you got everyone some slack. And this guy is from Italy, I'm from the UK, so... You want to keep an eye on that. So obviously I shuffle my hand, DB lag. And I ask for name one. And he goes fine. Yep, that's fine. Rest. And it goes fine. Start with. Again, I am playing Dark Magician here, so I'm not doing much more than this. And obviously it's a casual chatter. And then we keep going. So he has in his hand Alvaz, Talents, Thrust, Deployment, Allure, Brand Fusion. This guy, he doesn't lose this game, by the way. He wins this round. I win overall, but we'll get to that why later. I was going to win anyway. No, I wasn't. Can't technically tell. But this guy, this humanoid, that's one way of describing him, certainly didn't make it easy. So that's fine, yeah. Summon Cartesia here. Okay, that's weird, sure. He goes into Allure. Of course, I really thought it was Brandon in the top 50. Now, Allure and Brandon's weird in this format because Droll is everywhere. So you see, I mentioned it in just 1 second. He draws his 2, lost. Yeah, I don't win this. I see you not fear Droll. No, Droll is not strong. Remember, guys, that one card that stops the entire Fiendsmith combo. Oh no, that's not that strong. So this guy obviously doesn't know entirely what he's doing with his deck profile. No, deck profile, deck. I mentioned it's everywhere, right? I'm supposed to respect it. I'm personally still playing Alert, but I'll get to that when I get to my branded video eventually. I'll put it up once I've done a regional at some point. He goes to lost, and I'm forced to negate. And from here, he just wins. Talent take, yep. Brand Fusion. There's no way I win this. So this is what, second summon for him. I should have changed Imperm there. That was my misplay. No, I shouldn't. He had Cartesian Fuse. No, that was not a misplay. And then I hit him with the Impermanence. On res, I was counting summons. It was 3. I cannot nib him here. So I'm just gonna fast forward this. There we go. Now I get to go again. My hand, it's sort of better. Again, we're still just doing Dragoon Pass with Availer and Impermanence. Keep an eye on his plays. We go main. Right. Okay, sure, whatever. Now he actually does have an interruption here. In theory, it's called Drew as well. This actually does come up. You'll see why in a minute. Fuse the two together, make Dragoon, set your permanent pass. his turn. He draws High Spirits. This is now anyone who's aspiring to be branded, don't be like this guy here. In the draw phase, High Spirits effect. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Reveal Shrouded Dragon. Send Titaniclad. Send Shrouded. I'm like, okay, should have done a different way, but that's fine. Add Shrouded Dragon. Who on their right mind adds Shrouded Dragon off Shrouded Dragon? Doesn't seem right. And I mentioned it's an odd ad, he doesn't comment on that one. So he goes to his Shrouded, he sends Retribution to draw a card. What does he draw into? Well, it's duplication. It's an interesting spot for him. Summons Cartesia. Like that's sure. Claim effect. Now I have Veiler and Imperm, so there's no risk in me just going Imperm chain Veiler. Right? But I'm expecting him to chain Cartesia. No, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm now confused. Okay, he's got better fuse together. And he goes Druid's one, target Dark Magician. And I'm like, okay, sure, that doesn't deal with Dragoon. This is stuff. He summons it. Now, he goes battle phase. Now, his game plan here, attack with Druid's one, removes Dragoon, he's fine. And what he should have done instead, instead of the main phase, was gone Cartesia effect to fuse with Druid's one. You'd still get its effect to go off, and then obviously this doesn't work, by the way. Dragoon cannot be targeted, but if he was actually thinking, he would have fused Druid's one with Cartesia. You can also get a chain block from. But hey, if you're not smart, you're not smart. So then he attacks. I go, yeah, sure. He loses 500, and he does the effect. You just keep an eye on the chat. Cannot be targeted. No target. No target. Read. And I copy and paste Jerusalem's effect to him. You read. Wait. But yeah, does it as well. That targets. So I have a feeling this guy's done this sort of stuff before, but it doesn't matter. It's DB. So it's main 2. Second one. Doesn't Cartesia to send Saronir, to send Brand Fusion for duplication. Doesn't bother with that, because he still has Titaniclad. He goes N. High Spirits. And he's at this turn, didn't he? So, as I put here, you can't. So this guy, he's not good at the game. That I sound really antagonistic here. But this truly did grind my gears in the game. And I can't, and Titanic had summon, now I'm summoning Albaz, and in theory I should let it go through, but at the same time I don't really care, because I know I've won from it. I go Dragoon, discard Ref, and 1 red eyes that dragon, pass. Draw a circle. This game's over from here. Main 1. If you search Druid's one out Dragoon, if anyone here knows what this meant, do let me know in the comments, because I am so confused. So, give it a minute. DB's lagging even now, it's just a replay. Or it might be my laptop. But either or. Laptop, would you mind functioning for me today? What are you on about? Jerusalem doesn't out Dragoon. Magician's Rod. Thinks. Cartesia. Chain Dragoon, and that's game. Search. Side deck. Okay? Now this is a very important game. This is where it all happens. It's just my PSA will come in here. Now my hand here is evenly matched Nibiru, Veiler, the Brick, Red Eyes, and Magician's Rod. Now this guy, he will complain about this Veiler, and we'll get about that later. Has Cartesia, Deployment, Saronir, Tragedy, Brand Fusion. This guy has full combo. Like, through multiple hand tricks. So he goes Deployment, yep, summons Cartesia. Okay, so he's putting on Ghost Ogre, which isn't a wild choice, but he does it. Cartesia, search it, sends Tragedy. I'm like, should I Veiler this? No. You Veiler the Ground Mignol, and I see Tragedy. Okay, we hit the Tragedy instead. Ground Mignol 1, Tragedy 2. Again, this is another blunder. You want to bluff, you don't have Brand Fusion, so you would then do Tragedy 1, Ground Mignol 2. But this buffoon doesn't know that. And yes, I did call him a buffoon. Hence why I picked Ben Shapiro to be the thumbnail of the video. Because, like him, they're both buffoons. So he shuffles his deck again. And we keep going. Normal down over. Effect. And I chain Veiler. Now, he'll complain about this, right? But he already has a Brand Infusion. Now, if this was Veiler, Ash, Nib, Even, or whatever, sure, he can complain about that being lucky. But this literally did not matter. So as you'll see here, he goes through his little lines. Now, this man is just incompetent. It's the big thing here. It's not he's bad. It's not that Branded's bad. Because in theory, Nibiru does not matter here. If you're good at Branded, Nibiru doesn't matter. But this bumbling buffoon doesn't know what to do here. So I go chain Nibiru. This doesn't matter to him. By the way, this genuinely doesn't matter to the deck. Let's go. Right? Summons Nib. I get my token out. This token is a big part of what also goes down with this certain individual. So it's Grambling Null Effect and Chain Mirror Jade. That is the correct way to do that, so you don't get ashed. Summons Clem. That's correct. So he's not completely brainless. Although he could have summoned Despian Quertis, for example, from the extra, because you already have Titaniclad. But you need Titaniclad to get access to Albaz. But you also have access to Albaz via Quem. So he's playing into Veilers here. And obviously he sends out yep, like I mentioned, and he goes end phase. Now, Mirror Jade resolves. He goes through that straight away, removes a Nib. Albi on set. Now what do you think he sets? Is it option A, Branded Opening to get access to Quem or Alubar on the next turn? Is it B, Branded and Red, the correct option? Is it C, Branded Retribution? Or D, Branded Banishment? Well, if you were thinking smart, you'd think it's Branded in Red, or you think it's Branded in Red to Puppet Lock me still. But no, it's Banishment. Don't ask me why it's Banishment. It's Banishment. He had Puppet Lock, by the way, everyone. Just gonna put that out there. This guy had the Puppet Lock. If he's on it, he had Puppet Lock. He could have done, and he refused. He could have played around this evenly matched, and he said, "No, I don't want to." So he goes, summons Albaz. That's why you should have summoned Quertus here. I draw another Veiler. That's dead. So my only play here is evenly matched Rod, and that doesn't get me anywhere. Rod by itself does nothing. So this guy, he wins, alright? If he plays this out. And we go Summon Main, and I go Battle Phase. So it's obviously I've evenly matched. And he goes, yep, sure. Nothing's wrong here. And I go end Battle Phase, and I place it down. Here is why the shining back. I then say, you must keep the token. Now, if you don't know why, it's because of a ruling where tokens, these guys, they cannot be banished face down. They can be banished, but not face down, because they can't be flipped face down either. So you can't Book of Moon a token. And I mentioned that, and he goes, why? I say the same reasoning here. Oh yes, of course, Mr. Lucky Man. I am assuming this guy has never fought a game of Snake Eyes in his life, especially with the 20 card hand traps in the NAWCQ. So he sends Quem to the graveyard. Keep an eye on this. Returns Quem to bottom of the deck. Starting graveyard. Banishes the top card face down. That's Lightning Storm. So he was trying to cheat here, right? Banished Alvaz and puts the set to bottom of the deck. And he banishes it face down. So in his defense, he didn't cheat in that one. But I wasn't to know, right? I look at the logs and I point them out in a second. I go, oi, there's a bit there because it's right next to the enter key. And he goes, go, and I go, no. Banish the correct cards. You put Quem to bottom of the deck and banish top card face down. So he returns it, right? Now I also know the same thing happened. Mamma mia vai. Don't, it's in the comments, if you know Italian, let me know what it says. I'm pretty sure, I think I've roughed it, it's just an exclamation. No, not Vi memes. I need to simply state, I'm going to call the judge to make sure those are the correct cards banished, because I don't trust him. To see what he did with the set card in the deck. Normally I'm pretty nice with this, but this time I actually want to cut down on this one. I mentioned you put something else to the bottom deck, and I think this says, you are a bore. Not entirely sure, but I think it says you are a bore. I call the judge, and I'm 100% sure this is calling my deck a meme. Not me, my deck. I'm pretty sure that's saying my deck is a meme. He admits defeat. And here we go. This is not how you admit defeat in Yu-Gi-Oh, people. Now, this guy was in the correct. He had nothing wrong go on here. By the way, in the end, once he fixed the banishes face down, that was correct. Entirely correct. He misplayed, but it was correct, and he would have won. But he was impatient. And that's step one of you getting a PSA. Be patient in your game. This is your overall TCGs. If someone says, I'm going to call a judge, sit it through. It's better you know before it gets any worse for you. PSA 2, if you've been speaking in one language the entire match, don't randomly switch up the language. It's a pretty clear giveaway that you're cursing someone in another language or saying cruel things. And final PSA, Shocker here, has basic social etiquette. Don't say slurs! So he calls me that word, I'm not going to say it because I have a heart. Imagine to call a judge for this. Well, he made a change in the game state and I wanted to verify it. Again, that's not illegal. Okay, that is not kind again. Typing quickly. Blah blah blah. Vela spelled incorrectly, by the way. Nibiru evenly. And speak. What do you mean and speak? What does that mean? Ah ha ha ha. Go away, kids. And he left. And then it says I lost connection because I was talking to other people about this and what I should do with it. In the end, I've decided this. So all of you know, final PSA with Dueling Book. If this sort of thing happens to you and you're in the lower ranks and someone calls you a slur or says cruel things, there is my laptop wants to load it. You guys probably see this by now, but I can't. Never mind, apparently. I don't know. But according to my screen, it's not happening. Oh, never mind, Chrome's not responding, that's why. Here we go. Go on the Dueling Book forum, here it is, and you can have a bunch of things. So if you're banned or frozen, like Daniel will be, or hopefully is, I'm not saying here. So if you get banned or frozen, you can go here and just repeal it, and that's great. It doesn't flood the website or charges DMs. If you need, you need to report abuse, you just click the button, and here we go. You can put a subject in. You write your thing up with a screenshot, replay, or log link. There, I think, and then again, you can then handle it that way, and then you just have rules. Here. Again, that's the video. If you think there was a cut, there was. My laptop decided to freeze partway through this, and that was so much fun. But yeah, until the next time, cheerio, and be a nice people.